Hello and welcome to Learning Across Kansas. I'm Tabitha Rossbroy and I'll be your host for today's episode. Learning Across Kansas is a partnership between the Kansas Department of Education and the Public Broadcasting Service. Our goal is to bring enriching learning activities into your home in a new way while we are facing the social distancing and health problems that our society deals with today. Today, our show is going to focus on citizenship. That is a big word. Let's clap it out to see how big it is. Sit-ta-zen-ship. Sit-ta-zen-ship. I heard 4 syllables in that word. And even though it's got 4 syllables, there are way more than 4 ways to be a good citizen. A citizen is a person who lives in a community. So we are all citizens. And being a good citizen is about finding ways to help your neighbors and your friends. First, we're going to hear from Mrs. Schneider, who will teach us ways that she and her students have learned to be good citizens. Then we'll hear from Mrs. Nobach, who's going to teach us how to sing a song kindly and respectfully. Let's go.
Hey kiddos, so this week we're going to be learning about citizenship and what it means to be a good citizen. So today I'm going to share with you how to be a good citizen. I have some special guests that are going to help me teach you all the amazing ways to be a good citizen. It's my very own class of second graders from Tecumseh South Elementary School. So here they are to show you the ways that they are all good citizens.
Alexis helps pick up trash. Emma shows kindness. Adele is respectful. Yerrick does not litter. Emery helps in her neighbor's garden. Josie brings happiness to others. Brecken helps others. Ronnie treats others how he wants to be treated. Tatum cleans up after herself. Nora cleans up our classroom. Nevaeh is very helpful. Emerson helps to feed her animals. She also helps her grandpa. RJ stands up for people. Elizabeth helps others. Shane is kind to others.
They all had great ways to show how they are good citizens. Here are a few more. Be honest, share, don't bully, say the Pledge of Allegiance, follow the rules, listen, take care of the earth, say thank you, be responsible. So now think about ways that you are a good citizen. And then think of something special you could do for your neighborhood or community. Have fun, and thanks for listening.
Hi, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Nobach, and today's show is about citizenship. And citizenship is basically how to be a super kiddo. We can be respectful, we can be responsible, and we can be resourceful. So I thought we could be respectful in our music lesson by singing a beautiful song about America respectfully. And that song is America the Beautiful. So we have to remember nice, light singing voices, back up straight, good posture, tall vowels so we can understand what we're singing about. And the last thing is deep breathing. So I have my little toy right here to show you what deep breathing looks like. That space below your diaphragm, which is a muscle in your abdomen, looks like this. As you take a breath, notice how it gets bigger. All that space is filling with air. And as you breathe out, that space is getting smaller. It's contracting. Boys and girls, that is deep breathing. And that is the key to beautiful singing. Well, boys and girls, Mrs. Nobach is back. And now we're going to take that deep breathing technique and put it in this song, America the Beautiful. We're going to breathe 4 times. That's right, 4 times. And I'll show you a deep breath by doing this with my hands. So let's try it. Oh, beautiful for space, the skies for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains, majesties above the fruited plains. America boy. Good job, boys and girls. Thank you for singing so beautifully and respectfully to America the Beautiful. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, teachers. That was so informative. And look, I have a ball just like Mrs. Nobach. In my class, we use this ball to help us breathe too, but just for a different reason. We know that when we have a big feeling take over our bodies, we need to take a deep breath. Before we do something hurtful to a friend. We're going to take a break now, but practice your deep breathing until we return.
Hey parents, you're doing great! With Kansas school buildings closed and homes being turned into classrooms, parents and caregivers have expanded their roles in their students' learning. This is a new experience for most of us, so let's show one another a little grace. When you and your students start to feel overwhelmed or stressed, take a break. It's really okay. Keeping students interested and engaged in learning is the key to success. Remember, you have an entire community of fellow caregivers and teachers to lean on. Reach out. Together, Kansans can.
Welcome back! Next up, we're going to go see Mrs. Wynn, who is going to talk to us about recycling and why good citizens recycle. Then we are going to see Mrs. Hinwood, who is going to teach us about kindness and how that relates to cause and effect. Let's go!
Where does your trash go? Welcome to our landfill. Let's look and see what kind of things we can find at the landfill. Ah, check it out. Pieces of clothing. Oh, plastic water bottles? What else can we find? Paper. More plastic. Oh my gosh, look at all the things that could be recycled.
What is your relationship with the earth? Are you the kind of citizen that throws things away that could be recycled? Like plastic and paper, aluminum, and even cardboard? Or are you the type of citizen that takes the time out of your day to keep recyclables out of the landfill? Everyone has the choice to be a world changer. Will you be one?
Aluminum cans could take 200 to 500 years to completely decompose. It could take plastic water bottles up to 450 years to completely decompose. On average, cardboard spends 3 months in a landfill. Recycling is an easy step that you can take to help keep our landfills free of trash and our earth clean.
I'd like to use this to pay for anybody behind me until it runs
sure.
out.
That is so sweet.
Yes.
I'm going to do that.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, friends. Today I have done something kind of exciting. I decided that I would do something nice for someone else. And sometimes when we do that, that's just a great way to be a good citizen. So today I decided to stop and get myself a little treat at the local coffee shop, and I decided to pay for the person behind me. And because I did something for someone else, I just feel so happy. So being a good citizen can be doing something nice for someone else, and it brings you joy. Hey, that kind of reminds me of cause and effect. Check this out.
A cause is something or someone that makes something happen. The effect is a change that is a result of something else. So let's look at an example. I bought someone a special treat, so I felt happy. I bought someone a special treat is my cause because it's the event that took place. It's what the person did. I felt happy is the result of that action, so it is the effect. Now you try. I had a lemonade stand so I could raise money for a good cause. What is my cause in this sentence? That's right. I had a lemonade stand is my cause. It's the event that took place. What's the effect? Yes, I could raise money for a good cause is the effect because it is the result of having a lemonade stand. Good for you. Thanks for helping me out.
So I wonder if you can come up with a way to be a good citizen and do something nice for someone else so that you can feel good about yourself. Find an adult or someone in your house and share with them your idea. See you next time.
Wow, thank you, teachers. I learned a lot from both of your segments. And I have this can that I was about to throw in the trash. But now I know it takes cans a really long time to break down in our earth, and if I throw it in the trash, it'll just fill up a landfill. So I'm going to put it in the recycling like good citizens should. We have another break right now, but we'll see you when we come back.
Being a Globetrotter, you get to bring a whole family together. PBS gives your kids and your family a little foundation. With Arthur, you're able to relate to some of the messages as far as going to school, interacting with other kids, how to handle a bully. PBS is going to help your kids grow. I'd rather my kids get that experience from something that I trust that I grew up on, like PBS.
Welcome back. Next up, we are going to hear from Mrs. Rogers, who is going to teach us all about kindness and measurement. I wonder how those two things go together. Then we are going to hear from Mrs. Lovenstein as she teaches us about how hundreds and hundreds of tiny insects practice good citizenship. And she'll follow that up with teaching us how to make a very tasty treat. Let's go.
Hey there friends, Mrs. Rogers here, and I'm so happy to see you today. Today we've been learning all about what makes a good citizen and how you can be a good citizen too. Good citizens are responsible, they're honest, they follow the rules, and most importantly, they're kind to others. And that one's so important and one that I tell all my students because kindness rules, that's right. Hey, speaking of rules, do you know what I have here? Well, here's a hint. It has numbers on it, and it's a tool that we use to measure how long something is. If you guessed a ruler, you are right. Rulers help us measure how long things are. Well, today we're going to practice measuring objects with our kindness rules ruler. Are you ready? Let's go!
Let's measure this pencil. You'll notice that good mathematicians always start their measurement by lining the object up at 0. So, how long is the pencil? Is it 2 inches, 4 inches, or 8 inches? This pencil is 4 inches long. How long is the fork? Is it 2 inches, 5 inches, or 7 inches long? You got it. The fork is 7 inches long. How long is this dime? Is it 1 inch, 5 inches, or 8 inches long? Can't trick you. This dime is 1 inch long. Hey, you're great at this game. Do you want to practice on your own with your own ruler? Well, what if you don't have a ruler at home? Is there a way that you can measure things too? You bet! You can measure things with all kinds of things that you might have at home, like blocks or snacks or even markers.
Oh, my friends, you did a fabulous job today, and I'm so proud of you. Don't forget, kindness rules. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Hi there. I'm just out having a picnic today. Have you ever heard somebody say that there's an uninvited guest at the picnic? Do you know who that is? If you said ants, then you are right. But have you ever watched an ant colony? Today we're talking about citizenship, and from watching an ant colony, you will see how citizens are supposed to act in our community. Let's go watch one. Come on. Watch the way these ants are cooperating, gathering food, helping one another, and working together to create a place for all of them to live. Well, that's what we do when we're good citizens. We cooperate with each other, we work together, and we help each other to make our world even better. I thought that today, since we're comparing ants to being good citizens, it would be fun to share with you some ant treats that I made for my picnic. First of all, I made some ants on a log, which is taking some celery, and I put some peanut butter on it, and then my ants are some raisins. And then I took some hazelnut spread and I put it in the celery stick, and I put some blueberries on top of this one. On this one, I took some cream cheese and I stuck some chocolate chips on top, and they are my ants. One of my favorite treats was when I took some peanut butter and I put it on a larger pretzel stick, and then I sprinkled some ants on it. Don't worry, those are really just chocolate sprinkles. And I also thought that it would be fun to crunch up some chocolate cookies. And then when I put them down, I'm going to make them into an ant hill, and I'm going to sprinkle on top of these some ants. Remember, these are really just some chocolate sprinkles, but they look like ants on an anthill. I think that maybe what I'm going to do is make one of these ant treat plates and give it to a friend of mine. She's been feeling a little bit down lately, and I think this would make her feel better. You know, when we're acting as good citizens, we're trying to think of ways to be kind and ways to help other people. Maybe this week you can practice being a good citizen, and you can find a way to help somebody else. I anticipate that you will both feel better if you do that. See what I did there? Well, I'm going to go back to my ant treat picnic, and I'll see you next week.
Okay, those two segments were so much fun. Thank you, teachers. I could easily make my own ruler and my own ants on a log, like I did while I was watching. Now we've got another break coming up, but in the meantime, I think I'm going to enjoy this tasty treat. I'll see you soon.
Kansas school buildings may be closed for the remainder of the academic year, but school is still in session. Keeping students engaged in the learning process during this extraordinary time is critical for their ongoing success. We salute our teachers, parents, and guardians who are committed to ensuring their students finish this year strong. We're all ready for our lives to get back to normal, but until that time, Kansas students, keep learning and keep working toward your goals. Together, Kansans can.
Hello again, and welcome back. Our next two segments are the last ones in our show today. We're going to start by hearing from art teacher Mrs. Clark, who is going to teach us how symbolism in art can encourage people and inspire hope in our communities. Then we are going to hear from Mrs. Baugh, who will teach us how to keep our heart rates up while being good citizens. Let's go.
Hello, artists. Did you know part of being a good citizen is helping your community and bringing people together? That's why we're going to look at the art of Kansas artist Robert Tapley Bustamante. He makes giant murals on the sides of walls and buildings and uses symbols in his work. These murals bring the community together. A symbol is a picture that represents an idea. So if I was driving down the highway and saw that red octagon symbol, I would stop. Or if you were in the hallway, you would notice that sign, and symbol means bathroom. Let's look at symbols in the public art of Mr. Bustamante. Mr. Bustamante painted part of this mural at the Brown versus the Board of Education National Historic Site in Topeka. It celebrates the groundbreaking court case that allowed all kids to go to school together. Can you tell us about the symbols in the mural behind you?
Yeah, sure. There are a lot of symbols in here. Just as you can see, that there's actually like a heart, kind of a globe symbol, like right over here. That was one of the pieces I actually painted. A lot of these symbols came from the actual children themselves. There's a coloring book contest, and there's about 400 coloring pages done. And then all the kids did those. So all these images and stuff came from the kids themselves. Even behind you, that you'll see some civil rights leaders of Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks. There's even a symbol of kids holding hands of like 4 different kind of multiracial kids holding hands. And then even above that, you will see a whole crowd of people that kind of spell out the word one up there.
Do you use symbols in your other work outside of this collaborative mural?
Oh yeah, sure. Something I've been really big into lately, mountains and flower. I was hired to do a mural recently that has the state flower and the state insect, which is the sunflower and the bee. So I had to weave that into a topic that basically included women's rights and the right to vote, which is celebrating its 100th year.
Thanks, Robert, for sharing your art with us. And little artists, can you create a public artwork at home using symbols? Try using sidewalk chalk to make an uplifting message for your community. Or an artwork to hang in your window to show your school spirit like Addie and Olathe. Happy creating!
Hello everybody, Mrs. Ba here again. Hey, so for today's PE lesson, we are going to do some jump rope. With or without a jump rope, that's up to you. I'm not going to use a jump rope. I'm going to show you how we can do it without. Also in this lesson, we are going to talk about how we can be a good citizen and how we can be kind to each other. Are you ready? All right, boys and girls, here we go. I'm pretending I have a jump rope. Today's lesson is modified from openphysed.org, Active at Home, and this is called Jump Rope Rhymes, okay? So you can pretend like you have a jump rope with me. I'm gonna say the rhymes and we're all gonna jump together. Are you ready? Here we go. I can jump, I can hop. How many jumps before I stop? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my goodness. So you could keep going till you messed up, or you could just make a certain number, okay? You could also do this with a group of friends with a long jump rope, or pretending. Okay? Okay, this one I want you to listen to really closely. It's got some good words in it. You should feel your heart beating faster too. Make sure you're ready. Arms are at your side, pretending you have your jump rope. Here we go. Up and up, down and down. Jump and make the world go round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did you jump with me? I hope you did. Okay, so in our last jump rope rhyme, I said up and up, down and down, jump and make the world go round. What makes our world go around? You know what? I think we do. Me, you, and all the other people in the world. That's right, there's all different kinds of people. And I have a question for you. What if we all work together? What if we're all kind and respectful citizens? That would be really awesome, wouldn't it? So boys and girls, I want you to do some things today. I want you to get your heart beating fast. You can make your own jump rope rhymes. And I also want you to think about what it means to be a good citizen and how you can be kind and how you can be respectful. All right? I'll see you next time. Bye.
Thank you so much for helping us learn, teachers. I've got my sidewalk chalk and I'm ready to go outside and get my heart rate up and then draw messages of hope for my community and my neighbors. You know, being a good citizen can seem hard sometimes. Sometimes it's hard to put aside what we want to do what's best for everybody. But like I tell my students, we have to stretch our brains and our hearts until they can be big enough to care for everybody in our communities. On behalf of Kansas educators, I want you to know that we love you, we miss you, and we can't wait to see you soon. Thanks for joining us today on this episode of Learning Across Kansas. We'll see you next time.